All right, welcome to episode 10.
10.
10? Oh, man, we starting the new year off right.
10.
Episode 10 of 94 Feet. I'm your host, Jay. I got my guy here.
You know, legendary Shane.
Legendary Shane. And the reason why we call it 94 feet is because the length of the court. 94 feet, we cover everything inside the length of that court, right? So we're going to start with a start bench cut, but we got a lot to get into today, man. We got a lot. So let's start with the start bench cut. I'm going to go first. Let me give you this one. We only got one. Six man. Lou Will, Jay Crawford, or Jordan Clarkson.
All right. Instantly, I'm going Jay Clark. I love Jay Clark, but I'm benching him.
You benching?
I'm benching him. Cutting him.
Okay.
Cutting him. Now,
even though he averaged the most out of them in his career.
Yeah, I think it's just something about him. Like I mess with Jay Clark, and I like what he's doing. But
Clark can score the ball, man.
But he's starting now. I think the Jazz just put him on the bench again, like a couple of games ago, because I looked at it and I was like, oh, he's not in the lineup. But like he's starting for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to like. So he got those numbers. So usually like he averaged because he started starting.
I feel what you're saying.
And so I'm like, all right, what would Jamal Crawford and Lou Will would have done if they would have started?
Yeah, and then get those starter minutes.
And they got them starter minutes, so they would have got them Jay Clark numbers. So I'm going.
What you're saying.
I'm benching them.
Now this is where I knew you was gonna cut Clarkson.
Yeah, sorry, I'm cutting him.
I knew you was gonna cut Clarkson. Now, this is why I would need you to do. I need to know what the next two is. Who you starting? Who you benching?
This is tough. You got Lemon Pepper Lou. And you got
Strip Club Lou.
Oh man. All right. I'm gonna bench Lou. And I'm going to start Crawford.
Ooh, well, you got to, man, I need to know why.
I'm going to start Crawford because I think he kind of started this whole thing with the six man. Like him and Ginobili kind of started that.
He kind of made it cool.
He made it cool to where like James Harden was good with the Thunder.
Yeah.
Lou Will. You got now that made it huge. But I think it's so close. It's one of those things that like you can't really go wrong with either answer. But yeah, I'm going to have to
So you're starting Jay Crawford.
Who would you? Like, we usually don't have the other person say, well,
no,
what your thoughts on that?
I would do the exact same thing. I would start Jay Crawford. Did you know just his last year playing, he had like 52 points or 51? Jay Crawford.
Yeah, he was the oldest person or something like that.
38 points and he scored 50. Come on, man.
Oldest person to score a 50-point game.
It ain't going to be LeBron, I can tell you that. LeBron ain't scoring no 50-point game, dog.
Not no more. No. You don't think he can score another 50?
Nah, I think those 50-point games is done, man, for Brian. Brian never really been like a I'm a score 50 on you type deal. He can.
He just might get one of them nights where AD just not showing up. Because he had 40 this year, too.
Man. Yeah, I just don't see that 50.
I won't fully count him out from it. That's one thing I'm
counting him out from it. I'm counting him out from it. No. Yeah. So the biggest news that happened within the last few days, the OG Anunoby trade, man.
Yeah.
So OG Anunoby got traded with the Flynn kid. And Precious. Yeah, he is going to the Big Apple.
Yeah.
He going to the Big Apple with Brunson and Randall. And they got Quickly and RJ Barrett. Who do you think is the best? Who do you think is the best player in that trade? And who won that trade?
All right, here we go. Best player in the trade is RJ Barrett. I think he's better than Anunoby.
Oh. Camille told me that OG Anunoby was the best. Now, why she said he was the best was because RJ Barrett is inconsistent on offense. And I hope I'm getting this right, Camille. If not, I apologize. But defensively, OG is elite.
OG has him a little bit more on offense. But I think you got to think about it like this. So RJ Barrett is third option on his team. All right, he has some inconsistencies. But I just feel like RJ is not a bad defender, and I think he has better offense than OG.
Yeah.
Like, I think RJ Barrett is the best person, and I think the Knicks got fleeced in that trade. I'm not gonna lie. And see this, so I'm from New York City, but this is stuff like this is the reason why I can't be a New York Knicks fan or New York sports fan. Besides the Yankees, besides the Yankees, even though I'm wearing this Cubs hat, besides the Yankees, there's no reason to be a fan of any New York team. Like, they find ways to let you down. Like, they find ways to let you down. Like, I look at the trade, and I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You got fleeced by some Canadians. Like, that's crazy. How you let a Canadian come in and just take, like, you got fleeced by Canada? Like,
man.
That's when you know you're down
going
bad.
Back home.
Sent the man back home. Now he got to really perform now. He back home.
I thought, and he was averaging 18 already with 2 All-Stars, and now he don't got 2 All-Stars. You know, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna give 2+. They're gonna give Quickly the keys to the ship, and they're gonna let him run it, man.
Because I like Quickly. Like, he's a good 6 man. Like, I like Quickly a lot.
I think he's gonna start though.
You think you start him over Schroeder?
I
think would.
I think that's what you should.
I would. You let the young guy get in there.
Yeah, he was averaging 15 points
off the bench.
He was averaging off the bench 15 points.
Yeah, throw him in the lineup.
The exact same amount as OG.
Yeah, Knicks got fleeced, man. I saw the trade and I was like,
I don't think they got fleeced. I think.
Well, he definitely did.
I think it's a win-win, man.
No, I think
it doesn't make them that much better, but it doesn't make their defense improved, but their offense.
But that wasn't necessarily a problem. Like, you got Coach Thibodeau's offense.
True.
It's Coach Thibodeau has never been that great on offense. It's always defense and gritty work, which is what OG and I don't see him providing that much. Where they need the help at is offensively, and you got Quickly. Like, I guess DiVincenzo been playing well, so they like, all right, we can get rid of him.
He had 38 last night, but I mean,
yeah, but I wouldn't do it, man. Like, it's funny. I woke up to the news too. Yeah, I seen it. I didn't wake up till 1:30 yesterday. It was crazy.
Oh, dang, this dude.
I was out. I played ball in the morning at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah.
It was a crazy long day, but yeah, I saw that and I was like, ain't no way the Knicks let that happen.
Listen, I think it's a win-win, man. I think
who's a bigger winner? So you're saying it's 50-50 right on the dot. So nobody has a slight
50-50. I think Raptors won. Mm-hmm. If I had to pick,
but you don't think they got fully fleeced? I don't think they got
fully fleeced. I think it's maybe 60-40, if that. You know,
I
just don't think people. OG is not who everybody think he is.
No, I think OG is actually pretty good. I think the reason why I think they lost it, I think Quickly was the deciding factor on what made them lose it by that much more. I think OG for RJ was already all right, that was bad. But then Quickly, that's because you're losing 2 people in your offense.
Yeah.
Because what does Precious do that Randall doesn't?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. True.
So what is he gonna do?
Yeah,
I
when
think
Mitchell comes back, I'm not sure he even gonna Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah,
when he come back, I'm not even sure Precious is even gonna But this was Camille argument. Camille, if I'm getting this wrong, please,
There's no argument for this, Camille. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's no argument for this.
Who played their role better? RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is more of hey, let me go get a bucket. Mm-hmm. OG Anunoby is a 3 and D. Who played their role better?
This is why this is wrong. OJ. I'm combining RJ and OG. So OG plays on the Raptors, right?
Yeah.
Why is he not averaging 20? Why? It's not like he went in systems like RJ is in a system where you got Brunson and you got Randall.
No, that's not what she's saying though. He's a sit in the corner, shoot 3 type of guy. Mm-hmm. And then defends. That's his role.
Why is he a role player? Well, he shouldn't be playing no role. You playing on the Raptors, bro. Go get a bucket. You should not be sitting in the corner. Who played his role well? It's like Kuzma on the Wizards just sitting in the corner. It's free buckets. Everybody go get a bucket. There's no system. There's you think about. There's no reason you should be hiding. Go out there, bro. Go get a bucket. It's up for you.
So you said it's when it's teams
You
like
should not be
this,
sitting
go
in the-
get a bucket.
Go get a bucket. Go average 30. You're gonna lose anyway.
I feel you, though.
Who's keeping him in the corner? Like Schroeder? Pascal? Pascal, like, I need you to stop sitting in the corner, bro. Come get these buckets with me. There's plenty of buckets to get.
Yeah.
No, Gary Trent? Scotty Barnes?
Gary Trent is coming off the
He
bench
let Scotty
too,
Barnes
so.
come and take the team. Look at it. It was up for grabs.
Yeah,
Scotty came and
Scotty.
took it.
Yeah, Scotty.
That was what OG was supposed to. OG allowed himself to fall
Yeah, I
back to
think
the third
OG
option.
has been on this just like thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's gonna be better. He's gonna get better, and then he
No.
never gets better.
No.
He just stay. You know what you're gonna get when OG
Yeah,
steps on.
he's
You
going
know
to
what
produce
you're gonna
even
get.
less because now he's going to go really hot in the corner. No, Scott, like this is my argument, Camille, right here. OG allowed Scotty Barnes to come in there and become that number 2 option to Pascal, because before Scotty Barnes developed into it, it was OG. Like last year, I feel like OG was a little bit better. This year, it's Scotty that's like that number 2, number 1. Battling with Pascal.
Pascal,
OG,
yep.
this was supposed to be you. You've been in the league longer. No. I'm not hearing that.
No,
this
get
man
you.
allowed himself to become a role player. No,
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a win-win 60-40. But speaking of wins, Pistons got their first
Pistons.
win.
Let's
man.
go, Detroit.
You know, I had
Detroit basketball.
I
was thinking about
the
popping something Pistons wise, but I was like, they probably gonna go on another crazy streak.
Yeah,
so
I had the word.
I'm gonna have to burn it right after.
I did. I lost the bet.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to.
I lost the bet.
Thank you, kind sir.
I lost the bet.
I was gonna bring a picture frame too, put it in a picture frame and just leave it here the whole time, but I forgot, so we gonna leave it there the whole time. The whole episode, we gonna leave it right there. We gonna leave it right here the whole
which is
episode.
cool, man, because I legit thought the Pistons wasn't. I thought they they was up against the Nets. The first quarter, I'm just like, yo, they legit, they happy, they putting in buckets, and then the Pistons.
See, that's
and
the
then
thing.
they up 20 against K, couldn't miss. And
Don't even
then
get me started about that.
see
You
what
know
happened.
how I feel about that Celtics one.
You see what happened, man.
See, the reason why I knew they weren't gonna win, because bad teams will find a way to lose.
You know they almost lost the other night, too.
Bro, they kept letting the Raptors survive. They were up by like
They
8 or
kept
like 30 seconds
fouling.
left, and
They kept fouling. I'm just like, what are you
I wanted
doing?
the game to be over because I wanted to like see how they celebrate. I thought confetti was gonna fall down. And all that. So I'm trying to ride this game out to see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this is taking forever. Like in this game,
That last minute took forever.
I started wanting them to lose because I was like, I don't think y'all deserve it. Y'all don't look like y'all really want it. Y'all supposed to grab your win and leave. Like they kept hanging
weren't
around.
playing. But Kuzma said at this point, before Pistons actually won, Kuzma said at this point you don't want to be that team that lose to the Pistons.
Like
His team ain't no better.
I want to know what who did he think he was still like on a Lakers team, LeBron or something when he said that? Like Kuz won a ring with that Bron team, right? Did he or is he?
I don't think he won that one. No,
he
wasn't
did.
on
He
the-
did because remember he was celebrating. He tried to do the Kobe photo and it didn't. It didn't
Oh
look.
yeah, you're right.
It didn't hit the same. He was like in a dirty bathroom. Or something.
Yeah, I
tried to
remember you
recreate
right.
tried to
You know who I
recreate it.
thought because I was thinking about that picture and I'm like, who tried that picture? Like, who tried that picture? I didn't think it was him, but now you say that.
Yeah,
that
it was cool. It was
Kuz.
cool that tried to recruit. So I think Kuz must be thinking he's still on that LA team for talking like, bro, you're on the Wizards. When he said that, I went to go look at the record because I was like, ain't they like down there with them? Like,
Yeah.
At the time, the Pistons were 2-28 or 2-27 or something like that. And he was on a Wizards. They were 5-26.
Right, you right there. You in the same boat,
I'm
Kuz.
saying you lucky you don't play them next. So like, you're
Listen,
that.
they'd have beat the Wizards.
They would have beat the Wizards.
They'd have beat the Wizards.
They would have beat the Wizards. It's so, God, I'm like, you gotta meet Kuz. Like, what
Yeah, I don't
gave
know
you the
what he was
confidence to
doing,
say that?
man.
It's like,
And he's
You are
like, you don't
lucky.
want to be that team. Like, he's on an even better team. People say
Y'all
that
liable
about
to
him.
go on this. Y'all might just break that streak. It's
Exactly my point. You gonna be the one. You gonna be on that streak next. And see, Kuz the type of person that he'd be in the room with a whole bunch of people, and he just don't know. Like, hey, like,
hey,
come
bro,
on,
it's
man.
you.
Like, it's you.
Yeah,
Like you
Like
in
he
the
in the room,
same
like
boat.
somebody in here stink, but everybody know it's him. Like, hey, y'all smell that? And everybody like, bro, it's you. You calling it out,
Right, and
you.
him knowing like, hey, I didn't shower today.
exactly,
I
like-
didn't put on deodorant.
You're like, yo, it
bro,
could've been
it's
me.
you. Like,
It is you. It could be you.
That's crazy. Speaking of
Kuz
stink,
not-
though,
Kuz bugging
one
with
person that don't stink is Ja Morant.
Ja
So he
Morant came
came
back
back, and they was 3-0, and then I think they lost one, and then he didn't play. Talk about Ja's impact, man.
Ja's impact. Oh man, I'm over here trying to think about the team. Kuz just messed me up, man. Kuz. They just
Yeah,
lost
he's
again today
tripping, man.
too.
Yeah,
at
well-
home to the Hawks.
I mean,
I hope they go. They play each other January 15th or something like that too. So I want to see. It's the Pistons versus Wizards. So I want to see.
yeah.
What happened on that one?
I mean, I got the Pistons winning that one.
I do, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be gonna be
Yeah.
wild, but I think Kuz is gonna get his buckets though.
He is, but they gonna
I
lose.
think he's gonna
I
get his
hope
buckets
so.
and they gonna lose.
They gonna remember that. Yeah, but Ja's impact, man. He came back hooping. He
Yeah,
came back
man.
hooping, and that team just looked different when Ja is there. Like
Yeah.
the thing about Ja, because he brings like the game, like the skill, but he brings the culture too.
Yeah,
Like
he bring that swag.
he
to
bring
it,
he bring
you
the
know?
swag. Without
Like,
it, they just the Grizzlies. Like,
yeah.
and then when he's there, then he's like they the Memphis. Like, 'cause you know what Memphis is like is
Yeah.
hood. So I think he bring that kind of culture, like that
Yeah.
Memphis culture, to that team.
Yeah,
'Cause
I was
before that they
listening
like the
to-
Vancouver Grizzlies or whatever.
I was listening.
Yeah, they're Vancouver Grizzlies without him.
I was listening to It Is What It Is, and Cam kind of broke it down.
Yeah, what'd he say?
And he was pretty much like, he pretty much said when they're not there, they missing, like
Yeah, they got
they
no
missing
sauce
that
to them.
swag. Then he said when he is there, he's the one that put the battery in them dudes back and be like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
now we ready to go do
Oh, I
whatever.
did see that. Yeah.
Now I'm ready to go
Uh-huh.
do whatever. So
Yeah, I think that's
yeah,
it.
Ja's impact, man. I think we really miss how good he really is,
Yeah.
man. And I
Ja's
think
good.
you slept on him, man.
I will,
I think
and that's
you
why I'll
slept
admit
on
it
him,
too.
man. I
I'll
think you
admit it.
slept on him.
Because I'm going to hide behind this 5
Oh, my
when I say this. I think Jay might have been right about that Warriors-Grizzlies situation.
I'm telling you, man.
But I'm using this as a cover right here so you know that I still got some ground to stand on. So you're right about this, but I'm going to still
funny.
use this for my token
Listen,
right
I'm
here.
just telling you, man, Ja, that dude is good.
Yeah, he's good, bro. And the
Despite
Warriors,
all that
the
stuff,
Warriors stink, bro.
Yeah, don't get me started
Yeah.
on that. Despite all that stuff that he be going through, the guns and all that other stuff, like, despite all that, that
He
dude
can hoop.
can hoop.
He can
man.
hoop. And
he can hoop, dog.
They need him. Like people want to grill with me on this, but as far as culture, I think they lost 2 people that was part of it. Like I think Ja, they didn't have that, and I think Dylan Brooks.
Yeah,
With the dancing, with the little,
yeah.
I think he, like when he went to the Rockets and they beat the Grizzlies, and he was like, yeah, they ain't got no sauce without me or something. Like he said something crazy like, yeah, and I'm like,
but
yeah,
they got a
they
little
didn't
bit
have
of
it, 'cause
that
I don't-
back with Smart though. They got a little bit of that.
But he
back
wasn't
with
even
Smart.
playing.
But he don't really have like. Oh, that's true.
He was out for some time, and Desmond Bain. I don't think I've ever heard Desmond Bain talk before. Like I don't even know what his voice sound like.
Yeah.
So I feel like
I think Bane is
sure
good though.
he's good, but I just don't think like if he was that good,
He don't
They wouldn't
have
be 6 and
that-
18 before
Exactly.
Ja. It was 6 and 20. 6 and 19 or something before Ja came back.
Yeah, he's
16,
a
something
good
like
role
that.
player, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's
he's
like
a
he
good
averaged
second, third
25.
player. Yeah.
But they not about to win behind his 25. Like they needed Ja to come back. They needed Dylan Brooks. They had no swag without him. And so yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that bet we had about the Warriors, I'm
trying
ready to just
tell
say
you,
I'm ready to
man.
forfeit from that
I'm
now.
trying to
Give
tell
you credit.
I'm trying to tell you. Speaking of people being back, you think Khris Middleton back, man? He's been
Middleton.
balling the last few games, like
We need him.
balling. But I think he is back for now.
Oh, you talking about you think you're gonna get hurt?
No.
Or you think his
What I'm
goodness
saying is
gonna wear
this
off?
is just what Khris Middleton is.
Oh, you know,
Like,
he's up and down.
He's Jordan when he's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this thing.
He's
he
either Michael
looks
Jordan
like,
or DeAndre Jordan.
exactly.
Hey.
He's a rhythm player, though.
Yeah, he's
like with rhythm players, you break that rhythm. Like once he's in it, you can't get him out of it.
Yeah.
And then once he breaks that rhythm, it's gonna be like some type of game or something, and then he's gonna be.
Khris, come on.
Exactly.
Where'd you go?
Exactly. He go through this whole cycle, but right now he's back. But I mean, what you think, man?
I think he's back, bro. And I think he doesn't have to be Robin anymore.
He's not gonna stay back, though. I'm saying
I think
he's gonna be terrible.
I think he's gonna stay back.
I don't think
his
so,
lows
dog.
won't look as bad because we don't need his highs to be as high. So we don't need him to look like Jordan. Like when he was looking like Jordan and he went down to like a B, C plus, C minus level player, it looked really bad because we needed him to stay at least a B plus.
But them turnovers gonna look crazy.
Yeah, but when he's not performing that much, it won't be as detrimental to the team because he's not robbing anymore.
But to us, Khris Middleton still thinks sometimes that he can be that Robin.
I think
think
he's going to go through a normal stretch. You know how everybody kind of has their moments where they underperform. I think he don't have his own moments. He don't have his inconsistencies, but I think he's good. I think he's back. He may have some little dead spots, like a normal type of dead spot, but he's not going to have some crazy drop-offs.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
Because he could just
him scoring 20 and us needing it. Him scoring 20 and us not needing it.
Yeah, because like he can have
It's too different. I see.
Because he can have a 3 for the 10 game. Before we looking at it like Khris, a 3 for 10, 3 for 12. What's going on?
Yeah.
But now his 3 for 12, we like, all right, we still could win this because we got Dame and Giannis.
Yep.
And you might, out of your 3 for 12, 2 of those buckets or one of those buckets might have been a big bucket.
Yeah. No,
And so
I feel
I think
what you're saying.
I think it's enough now to where we don't need him to do it every single night.
Right.
So when he has his lows, we like, all right, it's just a normal low. It's not super detrimental to our success now.
Do you like Khris Middleton handling the ball when Dame and Giannis is in the game?
Yeah, I do. This is why, right?
Come on, man.
Look.
Stop playing.
This is why, right? It's the same thing. Like I feel like you got the Celtics. They have Kristaps, they have Jaylen Brown, and they have Jason Tatum, right? And so if they don't use all three of them, and it becomes, if they're all three in the game and it's only two of them, I notice their offense kind of slows down a little bit. When Kristaps is calling for the ball, when he's being aggressive to get, they play so much better.
Nope.
Nah, look at it.
I'm not having it.
Look,
man. No.
When Kristaps,
I'm
think
not
about
saying that I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm saying I don't want Khris to bring the ball up when we got two other people.
Look, this is the reason why.
Khris in scoring position. I don't need him to play make. We got two of the greatest playmakers.
True.
I need Khris in scoring position.
The reason why, let me give you my reason why, right? If you're watching Dame in the first half, Dame is really not that aggressive in the first half. Khris Middleton comes out the gate lately because he knows he's on a minute restriction, so he comes out the gate a little bit more hungry. He comes out and gets our offense moved a little bit when Dame is kind of like trying to feel the game around. He starts doing pick and rolls with Giannis. So I'm okay with that.
Lob been there, though.
Exactly. So I'm okay with it because
lob.
then it's the same way with the Celtics. Now you're afraid because you have three different people that are playing aggressive. So I don't mind him. Not every play I want him to bring it up, but I wanted to look at it as, okay, it's not just Dame. It's not just Giannis because it gets kind of predictable. Now you have Giannis that can bring it up. You have Dame that can bring it up. You have Khris. So like, they're the number one offensive rating or second offensive rating in the league right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's because Khris Middleton is starting to come back to himself, and now people are like, I don't know what to do about. I don't know how to shape my defense around three different people that is a huge threat bringing it up the court. Like, none of them have to pass it, and we can get an open look.
I get
it gets us.
I get what
not
you're
every
saying.
Play,
three aggressive people.
What do you do?
I definitely understand that. but I just don't like Khris dribbling the ball.
I think
man.
you're forgetting about how much Khris
like
meant
him
to our
dribbling
team.
The ball. I don't like him dribbling. I never liked him dribbling the ball. Let's just keep it a bean. I never liked him dribbling the ball. I always loved Khris in scoring position, where he can either catch and shoot or get that ball in that mid range. When he get it in that mid range, you can't get in the mid range when you bringing the ball up. Get him in that mid range, that turnaround.
I get you on that. Like, as much as I love Dame, I'm fine with Khris doing this while Dame is still trying to figure things out. Because I think lately I see more lobs from Khris Middleton than from Dame.
That's true.
And I think they have a different chemistry. So it's like, all right, I don't know, man. I kind of like it.
And I think it's different, though, too. Like, if you look at the pick and rolls, like, Dame pick and rolls is normally at a high pick and roll because they have to pick him up all the way out there. So he can't throw. Court. Exactly. So their picks be all the way by half court. Dame can't throw that lob like that. Khris Middleton, when he's in his area, that mid-range, you know, you can easily throw the lob there. So
I like it for the fact that it just keeps. I think is the reason why we starting to average more points, while we're starting to get cleaner. I think it's because Khris Middleton he's another threat, and I think people starting to see him as a threat again. Because for a while it was like, oh, Khris Middleton is kind of like
a threat shooting the ball, not dribbling the ball.
It's working. It's working though.
Listen, if Giannis and Dame's on the bench, listen, by all means, Khris, go do your thing. Go do your thing, Khris.
I like it, bro. I'm sorry,
like it, man.
I like him bringing it up, man, because it's working.
I don't like it.
It's working, man.
Nah, we need to score.
And he's doing that too. He's getting to his spots, and he's doing that. It's working very well.
No, I need to see more of it, but I don't like it right now. And speaking, you said we was number 2 in the league in offensive rating.
1, 2.
I thought we was 1. Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
We looking good, man.
Speaking of offense, hey, did you hear that we just got this dude, the coach, Gleason or whatever his name is? It's an assistant coach. Apparently, he won 5 European.
Oh, so we did get that dude. I heard about him. He used to coach with like Nick Nurse or somebody he used to coach with and be an assistant.
Yeah, he used to. I think he was over in Toronto.
Yeah, okay. So
I don't know
much
about him. Do you know much about him?
I don't know yet. I just heard a lot of great things, and I heard he was a lot of the battery behind Nick Nurse defensive plan on Giannis in that Raptors series.
Sure.
When he decided to say, "Hey, put Kawhi on Giannis, build the wall." Like, he was behind the wall.
I heard Adrian Griffin and him was behind the wall, and I heard that the Gleason dude is offensive.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was. They said that he's offensively inclined too. So, I mean,
this might be what we needed, because you know how I feel about Coach Griff. Hey, we looking better,
man,
but
you still
don't know. I'm still not sold.
Man. Coach Griff is good.
The jury is still out. I don't know.
I don't know. Come on, man. Come on.
We got Coach Griff looking great.
Speaking about the wall and defense, so it's this whole thing. If you play basketball, you know what this is. They say offense wins games, defense wins championships, right? Do you think that you need to have a great defense to win a championship? Because if you look at all the social media, you look at everybody is talking about how bad the Bucks defense is. Over the last 10 games, we had 10, by the way. So kind of like middle of the pack. Yeah. But do you think that you need a great defense to win a championship?
In today's era?
Well,
no.
I mean,
because like I feel like other eras, like they weren't as offensively skilled.
Yeah.
So you kind of needed to just lock up. Like, if I don't score, at least they don't score.
Right.
Today's like league, it's like I gotta score because they gonna score. Like, so I feel like defense, you got to have a decent to good defense,
right?
But a very good offense to win it all. Because you think about this Nuggets team that won last year, they weren't super great defensively. Warriors teams weren't super great defensively. They just were super great offensively that you just couldn't keep up. Like, so I think no, like you don't need, like, even the Boston Celtics right now, they're not super great defensively. I mean, they got the front court, But their backcourt, like Porzingis and Horford, 38-year-old Horford and Porzingis, like, no.
They cook. I think that's dead, man.
It's
saying that everybody used to say.
It's
Players are too skilled nowadays for you to just lock somebody
Yeah,
up,
like,
man.
exactly. Like, just one-on-one. No.
Man, you're not doing that. Like, I don't know anybody in the league that's just like, you know what? I'm taking this great superstar out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you. You need a whole team to do that. Like, I mean, I think that's dead, man.
Yeah,
I mean, and speaking of that, because players is too skilled offensively.
Yeah, like
the Nuggets. You said the Nuggets, right? So I see. I knew where you go. I knew where you going. So the Nuggets last year they was around 15. They was 15th in the regular season.
Wasn't great. You got Jokic as your center. You're not going to be great defensively. Like, you're not going to be a great.
Point.
You're not going to be great defensively.
You got Aaron Gordon, which
he does play defense.
He can play defense. You got KCP.
He can
defense. Play some defense.
Now Jamal Murray and Porter.
Jamal Murray ain't playing no defense.
And Michael Porter Jr.
You put Jokic in the pick and roll. I mean, he can barely walk. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man.
They got 3 liabilities on defense.
But let me tell you about this. Their defense in the playoffs was like 4th or 5th. But their offense was number 1.
Yeah, their offense was number 1.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think you need some. I think you need good defense in stretches of the game.
Yeah.
Like the Bucks do. But I think you need more offense, man.
Yeah, but even if you look at their defense is going to look better because the second round they played the Suns, right?
Yep.
The Suns only had KD and Book.
Yeah.
And no one else. Like no one else. Because CP3 got hurt. So they had no real offense. So if you lock up those two guys, then it makes their defense look so much better if you stop them. So their defense rating gonna look higher because they're playing just KD and Book.
Yeah.
And even in that first round with the Timberwolves, like Rudy Gobert is not an offensive threat.
Right.
Cat just came back from injury, so he's not his true self yet. And then Cat is already kind of soft. Anthony Edwards was 21 years old.
Yeah.
So they're not great offensive. Mike Conley is old. Like, Mike Conley's not a huge threat offensively. So they're going to make them look – they're not going to look –
If the Wolves see the Nuggets – listen, if the Wolves see the Nuggets this year –
This year is different.
I don't know,
yeah, because think about it. Cat is playing the whole year, so he's there. Anthony Edwards is a year older. He's more confident. Like, so I feel like there's a bit of a difference now. And you got Naz Reid off the bench, so it's a little bit different. But last year, the Nuggets defense going to look better because they were not great offensively.
Yeah.
And the only real threat was like the Lakers. They swept them because the Lakers, I don't even know how they made it that far. So it's going to look like their defense was that much better.
Yeah.
By the numbers, but you look at it like they weren't really playing nobody talented offensively. Now, this year it may be a little different because you got to worry about the Thunder who just destroyed them on their home court. You got to worry
SGA scored 40 points that game. Just so you know, SGA scored 40 points that game.
Did he have a 50-point, 15-assist game? You know who did?
Oh, my goodness.
So you think you put him over?
SGA, listen.
He's doing amazing things.
And what is he? Is he third or second? No, they're second. They're second. They're second in the West.
They just beat the Nuggets?
Yep. They're second in the West right now. Where's your boy Luka at?
Hey, but he don't got Kyrie.
Okay.
And he's still trying to do 50 points.
Is that SGA's fault?
No, it's not.
All right.
But he has a complete team right now. Before Kyrie went down, they were like, their records were like this. I think the Mavs probably had a better record than the Thunder, or they were really right there.
I thought the Mavs had
Kyrie
a better
has
record.
missed the last 11 games.
Yeah, I thought they had a better record.
And they still got a playoff spot.
But Kyrie,
they're not even in the play-in spot.
He didn't even really like.
He was averaging 20-something. You lose a guy that's a 22-point per game score, 23 or something like that. Kyrie was averaging.
Listen, losing Kyrie is big.
Who do the Mavs have besides Luka?
Let me tell you who's been balling for them.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway Jr. been balling.
But is he...
Dante Exum been balling.
He's not a number 2 draft pick, Chet Holmgren.
No,
he's not like...
No, he's not. But I'm just telling you how they're staying afloat.
They are.
They're picking up what Kyrie would do.
But who's really doing it, bro?
Listen, I ain't gonna...
As good as Shea is...
Listen, I ain't gonna front. Luka's been going crazy.
Going 50 points, 50 assists,
Luka's been
15 assists.
Crazy.
And I think that game he had 3 blocks and 3 steals or something like that.
Luka's been going crazy.
First of all, who's letting Luka block their shot? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, who's letting Luka steal it from them and block their shot? But
man, Luka's one of those like I think he one of those like sneaky,
like a little Curry. You know how Curry like how he get.
You just like you don't even really respect him, and then he steal a ball from you or something. He one of them sneaky dudes. I bet, man.
Really quick, while we're talking about it, MVP it had Joel, Jokic, Giannis, Shea, and Luka. Is that list that top 3? Do you think that's the right order?
I had a question for you.
Yeah, we go through this quick, but I want to know what your thought process.
If we were to pick right now, who would be your MVP?
MVP? Joel. It's still Joel.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. See, I know this dude, man.
I would still say Joel, even though
he's still gonna say Joel. Listen, he's missed all that time. I did the math. He wouldn't be eligible. So pick somebody else. Remember, you said that they should put a number.
17.
They
he
should
only missed
put
like
a
5.
number. No. I'm saying the percentage.
Oh, if you're talking about where it's at.
The percentage of where it's at.
Okay, so we take Joel. We put Luka in there.
Oh, so
Luka Shea.
But the thing that I'm telling you
Giannis.
is that's why there shouldn't be a limit of games on who should be MVP or not.
But you can't go by this percentage now.
Because now you're saying the secondary MVP instead of the person who you really think should be in there.
But
just because
you got to play out the whole year though. You still got to play because a lot of times people miss games in a stretch and then they go for a longer stretch.
Yeah.
So it's a good question. I get it. It's a fair one, but at the same time, you like I can't really fully assess it because he only missed this. He might go on a crazy stretch. But if it gets to that point when there's 82 games down in the season and he's missed 20 games, I'm sorry, Joel.
I just don't think you need that thing, man. I think I don't think it needs that set thing.
I like it.
So you got to
go to work.
Luka.
You got to go to work to get awards, man.
Yeah, well,
you got to show up.
Yeah, you got to show up to work.
All these millions of dollars, you don't get to make millions of dollars, not show up to work and still get credit as if you showed up to work. Well, you got a guy that was showing up to work that's you had slightly better numbers than him, but he was showing up to work day in, day out. He should get that award.
So why do you have Luka over SGA? Let me tell you, SGA right now, he's averaging 30-something. He got that team rocking right now. Number 2 in the West. Just put 40 ball on what you call. He's averaging like 37 over the last. Now Luka's averaging like 42. Luka's averaging like 42
with the
last
assists
week.
and the rebounds. And who is he passing it to? Grant Williams? Like Derek Lively?
That's what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of stuff goes into MVP, not just your individual numbers. Is Luka making everybody better? Absolutely. But Luka's like what, 4th, 5th in the? I don't know where they're at. They're
Take
5th.
this, right?
Would you rather average your 50, 45, 47 and be in the 5th spot, or have your team in the 2nd spot in 36?
He's missing his second best player. The Thunder have been healthy the whole year.
True.
And so he's missing a second. You take Luka out, right? And leave Kyrie. Where's that team? I don't even think that team is in the top. Like, they won't be in a playoff spot. They will probably be somewhere in the play-in or somewhere lower. But same thing with the Thunder. If you take Shea out, I think the Thunder would be a better team without Shea than the Mavs would without Luka. And that's the same reason why I think Joel should still be number 1 right now. Because that team is not looking good. That 76er team just lost to the Bulls last night.
So let me
they don't look the same.
Let me ask you this. So if Kyrie is there, does Luka still average 42?
He was doing it before.
In a whole week.
He was doing it before Kyrie. He was still averaging 33 a game when Kyrie was there.
Yeah, but 33 is different from 42. Like 50-point triple-double.
When was the last time somebody averaged 33 besides Joel? Like, James Harden. Like, you don't see that number. That number is still a crazy number.
Yeah, it is.
That's still a very crazy number.
Yeah, no, it is a crazy number.
Last thing, we can go away from it after this.
Still got this $5 here. Bro.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep the whole entire episode. I crinkled it up to a way so it could kind of like so it can support itself. Look at that. We shake the table and everything. It still stands.
That's funny.
It's like a flag. That's the Pistons victory flag right there.
Yeah.
But do you think Jokic should still be in that top 3? Because it's Joel, Jokic, Giannis. Do you think he should still be in that top 3?
That list, I don't like that list. I legit
what would you change it in your top 3?
I legit don't think Jokic should be in there.
I don't. I don't either.
I think it should be Joel because
Yeah, what he's doing.
What he's doing is
and what the
ridiculous,
76ers are doing without him right now, they don't really look good.
No. Maxey, I don't even know. I mean, I think he just had a good game, but other than that,
Bad shooting. Bad shooting numbers. That's why I feel like Halliburton would have.
Oh my goodness!
Now we're seeing what Tyrese Maxey does with a team that's not stacked. Without an MVP, we're seeing.
No, I would have Joel. Cause what Joel's
he's doing
is
is
crazy
phenomenal.
Right I mean, he's winning that's just money. Something, and he does it so easy, and his team was winning.
Yep.
So it's just like. You know, and he's third in the East. You know, when he was playing, they was third or second, like they was.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got Boston and Milwaukee in front of you, so
you're not
like
gonna catch them. You're not gonna catch them.
Like, no matter what you do, you're not
gonna catch
them.
them.
Come on, man. But yeah, I would have Joel, and then I would have Giannis. I think what a lot of people do is they're taking Giannis for granted right now.
Oh, they're taking him for granted. It's driving me crazy seeing Jokic over him week in, week out.
I don't know why. What's that infatuation with Jokic right now? I mean, they are the champions, but like
he's had a lot of bad games.
A lot of bad games. A lot of them, and I'm just like, I wouldn't have him in there. I would have Joel, Giannis, and the only reason that I got Giannis Joel is just
because what Joel is doing
what
is
else?
crazy.
You can't.
Crazy,
right? And then I would have SGA and then Luka.
I'm not mad at that.
And
I feel like you can swap them out either way. Either way, I wouldn't be mad.
You can swap them out
I wouldn't be mad.
Luka is like his individual.
Either one of them, I wouldn't be mad.
His individual numbers is crazy, but Luka, like but SGA, like man, the dude is so. Yeah. I think he's one of the most underrated, man. Not too many people talk about him, but like. He's just underrated. Yeah. And then he'd go on Instagram and put bars on there.
Yeah, put a crazy
put
caption.
Bars on there.
He did Curry dirty on one of those. Like he did. You saw that? He did Curry dirty. I said, Curry, next time you play him, you got to go crazy. But I don't even think the Warriors team. The Warriors team got it in him.
He came.
It's like you want to do something, but it's just. It's like you ever had one of those dreams, those sleep paralysis dreams. You trying to. It's gonna be Curry trying to go off, bro. But he's not gonna be able to.
He can't, man. We're gonna talk about Curry later, though. We're gonna talk about Curry. So Brandon Jennings said that KD needs to leave. He said he should leave because of what's going on. He said KD does not deserve what's happening to him.
KD does deserve what's happening to him. I'm sorry, man. KD, stay there. Sit in the funk for a little bit. You gotta sit in your funk, man. You made this bed. The thing about KD, I don't understand, right? And somebody said it, and I was like, this is the exact same point I was thinking. It's like KD goes, steals all the assets from a team in the trade, and then wonder why they don't have assets. They just traded them all for you. Like, bro, we ain't got nobody. Yeah, we gave them all up to get you. So, yes, you need to be every asset. Like,
man, KD been looking
no,
KD,
man. No.
His number is as low as 21 point. His number is as low as 21.5. That's crazy, man.
KD, you can't leave. First of all, because this is really gonna ruin your legacy if you leave. They like, KD leaving again. Like you can't
know what's
do
crazy
it.
is like
KD, you can't leave, man. You gotta sit in this funk.
He gotta stay.
Yeah,
there.
your kid like pooped in their diaper, and you gotta sit in it for a little bit, man.
I think his legacy is already hit though. Like with him switching teams like that. For one, listen, as a competitor,
go to that.
As a competitor, you lose to these fools, and then go join them. Nah, man.
That was wild. You're supposed to run it back.
You got to.
You're supposed to spin the block.
You was up 3-1.
One more time.
Exactly.
You're supposed to spin the block again.
Exactly. You were up 3-1. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And then you go join these. Come on, dog. As a competitor.
You can't do that.
I understand the other side, too. He get to go where he want. He get to do what he want. That hurt his legacy, I think.
Mm-hmm. It did.
What has he done after those 2 rings that he got? He goes to Brooklyn. You know what happened there. Mm-hmm. And then like he with OKC. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Switch, musical chairs. We're gonna go to the Warriors. Draymond said what he said.
And he's soft too. Like, Draymond said something. He said something to me.
That's why you leave. Draymond called you something? Come on, dog.
KD doesn't like to fight through. He doesn't like to persevere. Like, he does not like to persevere through it. Like, it looks like it because you're like, oh man, he was in a bad situation. Like, KD is not about to persevere. He lost to that Warriors team. Was like, all right, I ain't about to try to spin the block one more time. I'm gonna go join him. Like, I'm not trying to make
and he
life
got hurt
hard.
that last one too.
Yeah,
so
he's not
like,
trying to make life hard.
Listen, I mean, he was there. Okay, so he switched to the Warriors, right? Mm-hmm. Then he got hurt.
Yeah.
Now he's like, oh, I'm going to go over to Brooklyn, right? Let me bring my friend, we with Kyrie the whole nine. Uh-huh. And toe on the line, 0-6 from overtime, and then, that implodes. Mm-hmm. Now he's like, you know what, let me leave again. Yeah. And I'm just like, all right, man. Like,
KD wants to play easy basketball. He wants to play easy basketball. He wants to stack team and then get his buckets when he wants. He doesn't like to work for it. And I can tell he doesn't like to work for it because he had some interview and they were saying like his career high is 54. Like, why isn't higher by how great of a scorer you is? Mm-hmm. And he was like, the teams make adjustments. Like, to me, he's like, yeah, I have a crazy game, and then they make adjustments. And then, are you telling me that when Dame dropped 70 plus, they didn't make adjustments?
Right.
So nobody else ever got adjustments made for them.
Right.
And they didn't. They just persevered through it. Like, KD said, oh, they made adjustments. All right, so I'm gonna just start. Like he's not about to fight through any kind of perseverance.
I wouldn't be making so much of a big deal with like his legacy getting hit if he wasn't one of the best scorers ever.
Exactly, like you're so good.
But this is why the knock on KD. This is why I don't ever think he was number one ever in the league, because KD is just a very elite scorer. He's not taking a team to the finals. He's not a LeBron. I mean, it's LeBron we're talking about. My bad. But, like, he can't.
You're not going to go on no deep playoff run.
No,
with a couple of C-level guys.
He is, I'm not going to say just, but he is a great scorer. I think it's the same thing with Stephen Curry. I think there's a few people that can lead a team to the playoffs, lead them through the playoffs, and there's just elite talents. I think KD is an elite talent.
So you're saying you putting Curry in that same KD stuff?
Curry is in that same.
No.
Curry cannot lead a team to the playoffs. No. Curry cannot lead the team to the playoffs.
Dude said, I'm gonna mind my business.
Let me tell you why though. Let me tell you why.
So who was it?
When he was look who Curry had, right? Look who Curry had. He got arguably one of the best shooters ever. He doesn't really handle the ball. He passes the ball to Draymond, runs around and get a shot. I don't think Curry, and the year that he was by himself, Clay was hurt, Draymond was really out, What did he do? He wasn't doing anything. I think Curry is an elite talent. I think he's a great shooter, but I don't think if you put Curry like this, check me out. Mm-hmm. If you put Curry on one of those Thunder teams that Westbrook took to the playoffs, I don't think they go to the playoffs. I guarantee it. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. Because it's much more, listen, it's much more than just shooting the ball. If you look at the Warriors game,
I don't agree with
go look at the Warriors game.
So who led that team?
See how long Curry has the ball in his hands. He does it. Look at his usage.
This is not going to age well, bro.
No,
this is not. So who led that Warriors team? Their most recent ring. Who was that?
The one that they just got? The last one?
The most recent one, yeah.
Yes, it was
Curry. He didn't help him.
But
he didn't lead the team.
But again, go back and look at the team. Curry is not handling the ball as much as everybody is.
Kobe doesn't even handle it.
He's running around, catch, shoot. Running around, pump fake, go to the hole. This is what I'm saying.
He had many a time where he hasn't hit somebody with a move step back three.
I think it's kind of like Phil Jackson, right? Phil Jackson. This dude had Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Of course, you're going to have your rings. Then he goes to get Kobe and Shaq. Of course, you're going to have rings.
I'm not.
Curry is the best shooter ever.
Of all time, you telling me.
And listen, best shooter of all time. And then he got the second best shooter or top 3 shooter of all time. And then he has Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers of all time.
Even if you take those 2 years out.
Listen, there's a reason why when Kevin Durant went over there, he didn't get Finals MVP. It's a reason why he only got 1 Finals MVP.
He should have 2.
He
should have 2.
Listen, the records show, well, he ain't got 2.
He was averaging 27 and 6 in that Cavs final. Iguodala was averaging like 9. They just put him on LeBron, and LeBron averaged 35 on Iguodala, and they were like, he could have averaged 50.
I don't see
So at least he only averaged 35, so we're going to give
What
No.
makes Curry great?
His ball handling is great. I'm not even going to talk about shooting. Everybody knows the shooting.
Ball handling, listen, ball
Pause
handling,
on that, by the way.
Yeah, you got to pause.
That was insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy. And that's the first thing you went to, too. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Come on, bro.
Oh, man.
That was crazy.
That was wild.
That's crazy. But listen, what makes Curry great?
What? Like, bro,
His shooting.
Yeah.
His shooting
and that
makes
opens
Curry
everything
great.
up.
Right. His shooting makes Curry great, right?
Mm-hmm.
What makes Giannis great? It's not just that he can score the ball. It's that he can pass the ball. He can rebound. Curry,
He still averages
pony.
like 6 or 7 assists.
No, he only averaged 5. But
This season, maybe. But these last couple of years, he averaged like 6,
Listen,
6, 7.
if you give Curry a team to run,
It's the Warriors, bro.
did
he not do that?
If you put him on any of those teams that Russell Westbrook, I guarantee the Thunder don't.
This is why I'm gonna break this down, right? All right, Klay Thompson.
I
Klay Thompson is one of the best shooters, right? JJ Redick is a great shooter. Kyle Korver is a great shooter.
Get somebody
All these guys are great shooters, right? But what does Klay Thompson do besides shoot the ball?
He
plays defense. What else?
Once you
does he even dribble?
He plays defense.
He doesn't even dribble.
You got another defensive player of the year too over there.
He's not athletic. He don't dribble. Like all he does is just shoot the ball.
And he can score 60 points.
Understandable.
Not dribble. This is Curry's teammate that can score 60 without shoot. What? Go look at Curry's stats without Draymond and without Klay Thompson. It's not going to be what you think it is.
Bro, it's no way you
It's not
saying
going
this.
to be what you think it is. Curry in that system is Curry out of that system, man. I don't know,
KD,
man. Listen.
2 rings without. So, all right, take this right. These Warriors teams without Curry, are they still getting rings?
No.
Are they still making it to the playoffs and making a deep playoff run?
I think they make it to the playoffs. I don't think they make a deep playoff run. No. Because they're
Who?
missing the greatest shooter of all time.
He's that amazing. He's that amazing.
This dude runs 6-7 miles a
But
game.
you act like
he's not
like,
doing that with
know
the
what basketball
ball.
you are. You act like Curry doesn't dribble the ball. Like how many times? The reason why they started saying he's the best shooter is because he doesn't just shoot off ball. He's the best pull-up shooter. He's the best 3-point shooter off the dribble.
Yeah.
That's what makes him so great. It's his 3-point shooting off the dribble. And you got to remember.
Off a screen, right? Which
Bro,
is
how many
fine.
times he crossed people?
Right.
How many times he crossed people and then
you.
boom.
I get that.
Like,
he can't.
No.
I don't see
How many times
Curry,
have Braun got switches on big man and ran past him and dunked it? Like, it's just screens do help
Curry,
everybody.
If Curry didn't have
There's no way you're saying
Klay Thompson, one of the top 5 greatest shooters of all time, somebody that don't dribble and can shoot and can score 60. This is what he had. A person that sets it up, like a Jokic type player, that sets it up so you can run around, and once you get open, shoot the ball.
He has a skill that most people don't do that.
Right.
You know how hard it is? That is a skill itself.
I'm not saying
to run around.
I'm not saying that Curry's
nobody's
not good.
guarding Draymond.
I'm just saying if
so you essentially you don't even have a guy guarding
Draymond. He can't lead a team
Draymond
to the playoffs like Russell Westbrook is what I'm saying.
That's insane.
I don't think
that's insane, bro. That's the reason why Russ. Oh, he made it to the playoffs, and what happened? They lost. They probably got swept that first round.
I agree with that.
I think Curry can lead them to the playoffs.
Curry, to get the Thunder to the playoffs, this man had to average a triple-double. You see Curry averaging a triple-double?
Don't need to.
He need to. Did you see that Thunder team that he took to the playoffs?
Curry would have still let him in.
With Steven Adams as your big man, Andre Robinson as your shooting guard.
Curry would have figured it out.
Nah, man.
Curry would have figured it out.
Nah.
I think you're forgetting how good Curry is. Like off the dribble.
I think Curry is good. No. I think Curry is. What's that? This dude is the greatest shooter ever. I just don't believe that he can lead a team to the playoffs.
You talk about his shooting.
You
but you
need to do more than just shoot. You need to do more than just shoot the ball.
You know he had all guards besides centers. He had the highest field goal percentage in the paint.
Are you talking about scoring again?
But you're talking about shooting.
Talking about scoring again.
But scoring is
talking about.
That's how basketball games are won, by the scores, right? You can't win it. You just talk about it. Winning championship. Defense don't win championships,
they're going to double
right?
team Curry, and then what's going to happen? He's going to pass it to Andre Robinson, and he's going to pass it to Victor Oladipo.
Nah. So you think Russell Westbrook is better than Curry?
No, I do not.
So you think, all right, you take Russell Westbrook, put him on that Warriors team. Do they win those?
No, they
rings?
do not.
Damn, my case. I rest my case.
No.
Right there.
Because you're not the question is, can Curry lead that team to the playoffs?
Yeah.
No,
if you say he's better than Russell Westbrook and Russell Westbrook couldn't do what Curry did, obviously Curry can do what Russell Westbrook did.
No, because what Curry does really well is not needed with the Thunder. This dude had a 20-20-20 game. Curry can't do that.
He's not going to get a 20-20-20 game, but he'll get you a 50-pointer.
He's not going to get you that. But that's what I'm saying.
He get you a 50 ball.
They don't need that 50 ball. They need somebody to pass the ball.
They do need that 50 ball.
And they need
sometimes.
Somebody to rebound. I don't see it.
Oh, no. I think you lost this one. We're going to have to take this to the streets.
No.
They're going to check it
Curry
to the streets.
Lead.
I don't think to the tweets. We got to check it to Twitter, bro.
I don't think Curry can lead a team to the playoffs, man.
Like, I don't even get what that means because he's done it so many times.
But again, as the
number one option.
No. As his usage rate is through Curry. Go look at how Curry plays the game, man.
I don't think you realize how much he
gets past
dribbles.
Half court, passes the ball to Draymond, runs around, catches it,
skill.
Passes again, and then goes
Wanna
around
know why that's
again.
A skill? Because Draymond is at the top of the key, and nobody's even looking at him because he's not an offensive threat.
Again.
So do you got multiple people? You know how hard it is to get open? Why is nobody else able to do what Curry does? Why is nobody
he's the greatest shooter of all time.
But I'm talking about as far as getting open. He can always find a way. He runs around. He trains that hard to where he doesn't get tired. You know how hard it is to run around that much and still get a good shot in when your legs are not going
let me
anymore?
ask you this.
His legs not going.
What Curry does right now to get open, can he do that if he goes to a different team?
Yeah. But think about it. You always need to go to a decent team. You think he's going to
run all those miles and do all that?
But you
don't think it's the system?
You act like he can't play on ball. Pause. Like you act like he can't play. Like you know how many times he's killed off of just isolations. You know how many times he's killed off of just a pick and roll.
Yes.
Everybody uses pick and rolls.
I do.
He kills the same way a lot of people.
You can't. Well, I have not seen Curry do the isolation ball, which he would have to do on a different team for a whole season. And then the playoffs.
But that goes for anybody, though.
And then it's nice that he can take nights off because he got somebody who can score 60 points without dribbling the ball.
But Klay is not like that. Like, Klay is not a number one option. Don't even try to act like Klay is. The reason why Klay.
Some nights he can be. Don't do Klay like that, man.
Yeah, but he's not the number one primary option on a team. Is Klay? Did he have some amazing years? Absolutely. But you can forget he only averaged his career high is only averaging like 22. Like Curry's career high is averaging 30. Multiple times he's averaged 30.
Yeah, he's a great shooter. He's a great shooter.
That's how points are scored.
Again,
that's the point of the game is to put buckets in the hoop.
This is what I'm telling you. Everything that you keep saying about Curry comes back to points.
That's how you win games. Points.
Okay.
I never seen a team say, "Hey, we got the most rebounds, so we won the game."
Okay, so let me ask you this. Jalen Brunson scored 45 points. Lost the game.
They lost
Another
to the Bucks.
team scored 40 points.
It's the Bucks, bro.
Lost the game.
It's because you're playing. You got to realize who you're playing.
Exactly my point. When Curry, he's in the West, he's going to put up 50 and lose, which means he's not going to be able to get to the playoffs with that.
Check this right here, all right? Warriors, Kings, last year.
Okay.
Who willed them? Who willed them to win in that series?
Listen,
Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins.
I'm not saying that he can't win them a series. I'm saying if they wouldn't have been in that position
if Curry didn't put him in that position.
I'm saying they wouldn't have been in that position if Curry was just by himself and he had Robinson as his. I'm just saying, man.
You have to take this.
I don't know, man. I think Curry is. I think he's generational talent, but I just don't see it.
Quick,
man.
dude, what you think on it? Just a yes or no. No explanation on it. Yes or no. Can Curry lead his team? Yeah, there we go. All right, we got 2-1.
Listen, Dude's wrong too. Hell, man. Listen, you wrong too.
We got 2-1.
Listen, we got two people wrong instead of one. You brought him into this.
Pause. I'm going to put a poll up on social media and see. And we're going to come back to this.
Can
I guarantee
Curry lead his own team, a bunch of role players? No, I don't see it. He needs 2 All-Stars, 3 All-Stars in order. When has Curry not played with 2 All-Stars,
bro,
man?
Draymond only averages like 10 a game,
bro. It doesn't matter. He's an All-Star. Twice, 3 times.
Because it's defense. It's like Ben Wallace. Like, it's not contributing. No.
I'm just saying, man.
Tayshaun Prince and them boys with that team.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
So speaking of, let's go to 94 Feet Player of the Week.
Player of the Week. I'm going to go Tyrese Halliburton, man. Just because. Nah, honestly, 43 assists in a 2-game span with only 2 turnovers.
That's
like
crazy.
That is insane. I've never seen that
That's
done before.
Pretty crazy.
I've never seen it. I think the last person that did it was like John Stockton, and I was probably not even born yet at that time.
Yeah.
I just never seen anything like that. Like it's the 2 turnovers. Like
yeah.
And it's like somebody was like, "Oh, he's stat padding." I'm like, bro, they barely winning these games. Like, why am I stat padding when I'm trying to win?
Keep it a bean though, he do assist hunt sometimes. Like when it's at the end of the game, like I think it was the 23 game where they was up like 16 with 3 minutes left, he was just like he wouldn't shoot the ball. You know, he was. Listen. Do what you gotta do to get your buckets. If you don't like it, stop it.
Yeah, exactly. I think the thing with him, I think he realized his team is doodle. So it's like, all right, to make them good, I gotta build the morale up.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those things because like he can easily go off for a layup and finish, but he's like, all right, I want to get you involved. That way you can continue to play well.
Yeah,
because if you don't give him to them, like these dudes, they're liable to do some foolishness. Like, so you got to keep them. You got to keep the morale high.
Yeah. Nah, I had SGA, man.
Yeah, he's been
Shea.
I thought about Luka too.
I mean, you could put Luka up there.
Yeah, I thought about Luka,
but Luka lost.
That was exactly my point.
And Luka lost this week.
That was exactly my
thinking. Beat the
Nuggets on the road, too.
On the road.
He went to
have 40.
52-80 feet.
Yeah, 52-80.
And beat him.
Have 40, led his team to the win. And then he beat the Wolves as well. The number 1 seed in the West. He beat the Wolves. Had to give it to SGA, man.
That's valid. I had a feeling you were going, because that's your guy, so I had a feeling. It's not wrong.
Warranted.
And it's not wrong. I agree with you on that.
Because that's what he's doing right now.
I agree with you on that.
He beat the number 1 seed and number 3 seed in the West. Come on, man. And while averaging 36 points, had to give it to him. But I did have Luka.
Yeah,
you can easily give it to Luka. I wouldn't be mad. Mm-hmm. And somebody. This is off subject, but did you know Andre Drummond is averaging like 20-something rebounds right now?
Oh, he's going crazy.
Do you think he's the best rebounder ever?
No. Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, the best rebounder ever. 6'7", averaging 16 rebounds a game. At 6'6", 6'7".
Drummond making it tough.
True, but he's 6'11".
He's making it tough, Paul. He's making it like.
Drummond has never averaged as many rebounds in a season as Rodman did, and he's also like 5 inches taller.
Okay.
So in the game, it's not as fast. So it's not like it was as many shots going up.
I feel what you're saying.
I think it's just Dennis Rodman, the best rebounder of all time.
I feel what you're saying.
Drummond of this,
that dude be grabbing
of the 2010s, 2000.
Give me that. Give me that. He grabbing it everywhere.
Yeah,
He be grabbing it. So who you got for your team of the week?
Team of the week.
Let me go first. Let me go first.
Who you got?
I got the Pistons. Listen, they took money. Listen, they took money out of my pocket, but you got to give it to them, man.
Nah, I don't have a real reason why.
I mean, they ended their streak. You know, like
I thought about putting Kate as my player too.
Come on, man, let them have it. Man.
Nah, I want to know why I will not give it to them, and I respect the reason why. All right, so I went to Potawatomi, and I put a ticket in. All right, check this out too, dude. So they got the Celtics at home versus the Detroit Pistons. And I'm like, all right, Celtics, number one record in the league, not just the East, number one record in the league, playing the Detroit Pistons, worst record in the league. So I'm like, oh, I could take the money line for the whole game. But I'm like, nah, I'm not going to take the money line for the whole game because the payout only like $2. So I'm like, nah. Right. So I'm going to take the money line for the first half. So the Celtics got to win this first half. Why the Celtics are down by 19 at halftime? And I'm like, no
they down a dub.
No way do you let the Pistons in Boston. Are you losing by 19? And so I'm like, man, for that, Celtics, since the Celtics took money out of my pocket, I hope they lose the whole game. I hope the Pistons, and then the Pistons turned into the Detroit Pistons the second half. So they just took my money. They took my money and didn't give it back. And nothing, like, it did nothing with it. Oh man, they didn't even get nobody wings that night either. You know the wings? No, I was so. I said, come on, Pistons, y'all by 19. They instantly fumbled the bag.
That's hilarious. So no. So who you got for your not player of the week? Let me go first on this one.
Yeah, because I got something.
See, y'all gonna think I'm hating.
He gonna say Tyrese Halliburton. He gonna say Tyrese Halliburton. I gotta.
Nah, I ain't going Tyrese Halliburton. Listen, I hope y'all don't think I'm hating. It's Stephen Curry.
And I'm not mad. Hey, you must have lost a bet on him. You took the over on him.
Twice.
It's personal.
Twice.
Twice. Food off your plate. What you didn't do that to Jokic though when he took that food off your plate?
Well, that was a protected play.
Yeah,
so I got my money back. Listen, I got my money back from that. I lost this whole thing.
Yeah, he came and took your money.
Listen,
bro.
I lost the whole joint on Curry twice.
Yeah.
I'm just like, so it's like, okay, you get, I think it was like $250.
Yeah.
I hit 5 of them. I'm like, all I need Curry is to score 25 points?
That's shameful.
Come on, man. No, it was 27.5.
Still, it's Curry.
Still scored 18 points.
Yeah.
Man, what?
He had a bad week.
No.
He had a bad week.
He had a terrible week.
Yeah.
18 points, 13 points. He did cook up a little bit with the 25, but it's still
not cooking up. That's not cooking up. The day we calling Curry cooking up at 25 points, it's a sad day, bro. It's a sad day.
But I'm saying, like,
it's a sad day.
So, like, they was like losing like real bad, and then he only had like 6 points.
And he started heating up the second. They was against the Mavs last night, right?
Yeah. But yeah, and 2 of those games he only shot like 25% from 3.
Yeah,
and then 20% from 3, and it was just like, nah,
shameful,
man. Nah. And did they win those games?
No. They didn't win. Not when you got playing. You got him
and
Clay
again,
playing.
this goes back to like my argument. When you have these games like this, and he has another, Klay Thompson is
Klay Thompson is not Klay Thompson.
Right. And exactly what I'm saying.
He was 1 for 11 last night. I took the over on one of my tickets. He had 3.
Is he a role player?
Now he is.
Exactly. Now he is, and we see him with Curry.
Curry's 30. He's about to be 36.
That's true.
Bro.
That's true.
Like,
that's true. That's
none
true.
of these guys, KD, Braun,
that's facts. Okay,
Curry, none of these guys can win as the number 1 option on their team anymore.
I give you that one.
None of these guys. Think about it. All their records, they all have like the same record.
Yeah.
None of these guys at their age of 35 plus, none of them can win any more rings as a number 1 player. They're not the number 1 option on their teams anymore.
I feel you on that one.
But yeah.
So who's your not player of the week?
All right. So this is, and he's very trash. So this dude is very trash. But I've been watching these games and I notice, because I'll see his numbers and say, "Oh, his numbers is garbage." But watching him play, Killian Hayes, bro.
And the crazy thing is, I was watching Dog, right? I was watching Dog, and I'm like, he played like he in foul trouble. The whole game. The whole game, he played like he in foul trouble. I'm like, bro, go shoot the
go get a bucket. Like, bro, he is bad. Like, he's so bad that, like, I'm watching it and I'm like, every time he shoot, I just know he's missing. Like, I just know. You know how somebody shoot and you're like, oh, rebound. Like,
yeah.
You're like,
grab that one.
You see him?
Grab that one. Or
let him shoot.
Let him shoot. Yeah,
bro,
that's funny.
Yo, Killian Hayes is bad. Like, I saw his shots. They don't, like, look, they clink. Like, a lot of his shots clink off the rim. And then he turns the ball over a lot.
Listen, it was him and number 12. I don't know the number 12 name on the Pistons, but they are like...
They hot garbage, bro. God. I'm looking at him and I'm like, bro, I feel like does Killian Hayes have dirt on somebody in the league? That reason why he's still getting minutes? Like, does he have somebody like in a chokehold? Like, he have footage or something crazy happening on Monty Williams or something?
It's really bad though, like,
because he keeps getting playing time.
What's crazy is, like, who else do they got though?
That Sasser.
Oh yeah.
Why is he not getting minutes?
Got Sasser.
Killian Hayes gets way too many minutes. Like, you look at it, and I'm like, why does he keep checking? Like, he got to have some kind of dirt on somebody. Because I'm like, I'm watching him. Like, and it's like you see him do something crazy, like, all right, they should take him out the game. And no, he's running back down the court. And I'm like, bro, let this be 2K. Like, I'm waving him. Like, I just don't understand how year in, year out, game in, game out, he's still getting 25 minutes.
You know, the crazy thing is,
that's shameful.
I was watching that game about him, and I was just like, dude, it's just like,
one field goal and 3 turnovers.
It was bad, man. And it's just like, I forgot about Marcus, though, Sasser. I forgot about
Put him in. Killian Hayes plays like when you just download 2K and your player got a 62 rating and you got to just put him out there because on my player, you got to play him but he got a 62 rating. Like, that's how Killian plays. Like, 2 points, 2 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, shooting 1 for 7. Like, that's just his game. Like, you know, his career high average in field goal percentage is 42.
Wow.
And it's this year. The last couple years, there's been like 36, 37, and I think another 37. Like,
he just looks scared.
He got it. Yeah, I
don't know.
I'm changing the not even a not player. It's a shameful player. Like, he's a shameful basketball player, bro. They gotta start looking at that closely. Somebody got to just realize, like, all right, the footage you got of me is just not enough. I'm willing to live with the dirt you got on me. But you got to go, bro.
Yeah.
Like, somebody got to.
So who you got for your 94 feet, not team?
Not team of the week. It's the Raptors, bro. You lost to them. It's the Raptors. So, like, you lost to the Detroit Pistons. You're shameful. Shameful.
I mean, they almost won because the Pistons almost gave it away.
True. And they tried to give it away. They only won by 2 points. No, Raptors, no. You got guys.
Dang.
I know they lost. They were a little rattled by the trade that just hit them, and they had to play. So they were down pieces.
If you rattled or not,
but no,
you don't lose to the Pistons.
No, you don't lose to the Pistons, bro.
Pistons play good,
the Pistons will let you win. Like,
exactly.
Like,
they were trying to
let him win.
They were trying to give it. Listen, the dude kept foul. Number 12 kept foul. I'm like, dog, what are you doing?
Who's number 12 on there?
I don't remember.
Him and Killian Hayes got to go.
Light skin with a fro. That's all.
Oh, Knox. Kevin.
No. Knox
light
got
skin
the
with
braids.
a fro. Oh, Lively.
I don't know his name.
Yeah,
Maybe it was him.
Well, he playing like a dead man. Like, you gotta change his name. Yeah, he was garbage.
That's funny.
He was garbage.
No, I ain't give it to the Raptors. I mean, I gave it to the Hornets, man. The Hornets have
they won like a
lost
12 games.
10 straight games. They're going to be in the same position as the Pistons.
We might see this record broke multiple times. They might just keep leapfrogging each other with this record.
Hey, did you know that Detroit, like, they hold, like, all the losing streak records? Football, baseball, basketball.
Detroit is just a poverty. Sorry for anybody from Detroit. Detroit is just a poverty city. I just feel like they just
for sports, man. I don't know how. I mean, they got the Lions. The Lions actually just lost today, but I mean, like, Come on, but they going to the
Shameful.
playoffs right now. They ain't been in 30.
Oh, the Lions. I thought you were talking
years.
about the Pistons.
No. Pistons. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. They ain't had a good team since what? 2004?
They might turn this around. No.
2000. Yeah, right.
They might just they
might
got a
turn
little,
this
they might get a
around.
little momentum.
Hey, you want to bet this $5?
They might turn it around. They go get a playing spot. Nah, absolutely not. It's over.
Absolutely not, man.
It's
Do you
over.
think they go on like some type of like normal run, or are they breaking the record again?
Honestly, I think that team has a lot of talent. That team
Man,
has a lot of talent. Like
that's
Cade
why I
Cunningham
picked them
is
in the-
amazing. Like he's really coming to his own. Bogdanovich is good. Alec Burks is a good veteran.
Oh yeah,
But as long as they got Monty at the helm, they're not going
Yeah,
nowhere.
they
Monty's
go.
got to get fired. Sorry.
I like Jalen.
Jalen
too,
Durant.
man.
Like yeah, they got a team. I think they're gonna win. Out of the next 10 games, they're gonna win like 2 or 3. I guarantee.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
Well, I do want to say that they do play the Bucks twice. So
Oh, so they're gonna win one. But they got the Hornets.
play
They got the Wizards. They got the Wizards in one of them.
So that's definitely a win.
Yeah, that's a win right
definitely
there.
a win. But do you think they like played that way, like desperate, like they are, since they got the monkey off their back?
I think they're gonna play. They're gonna play. I think they're gonna realize like, hey, we can win.
That's what Cade said too.
Yeah, I think because even
I
when
think
he was
he's a
like, we're
little
not a
delusional,
26 game losing streak team, and I look at their roster and I'm like,
They
they're
really
not.
not,
They're not
though.
a 28 straight losing team.
Nah, I don't
Like
think
losing game team. Like they're really not. And I think now they're gonna realize like, all right, we got Bogdanovich, we got Burks, we got Cade, we got Jalen Durant, we got Sasser. But you know the reason why is because they got an enemy in the camp, which is Killian Hayes. Killian
got a
Hayes
mole.
is they got a mole
They got a
inside.
mole
So as
in
long as they got Killian Hayes, it's going to be a problem because he's getting minutes. Like he will, like he has a crazy
that's
plus
wild,
minus. Like he will
They need
defeat
to
your
stop
team from
playing
the
him for
inside.
real. They need to stop playing for
Yeah,
real. Though.
he yeah.
And number 12 though too.
Yep.
But yeah, that concludes episode 10.
That was a
man.
fun one, man.
10 in and
10. Big
yeah.
10.
Yeah. Thanks for all the support. You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Our
we just
last
got
episode,
100
did some
views, man.
numbers.
We cracked the triple digits.
Yeah, cracked the triple digits. Just keep going, man.
Keep going. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching this, subscribe.
Yeah, I don't see why not, man.
Exactly.
It's free. It's free.
Exactly.
All right, we out, man.
Nice.